In my own perspective and opinion, the primary responsibility of the rooms division department to a hotel that it would comprises the departments and personnel that is essential in providing the services what the guest expects during their stay. It also generates more revenue than other departments in a hotel. The rooms division department would also coordinate guest requests or services that a guest would want to experience during their stay in a specific hotel. There are 4 departments under the rooms division: the front office, the housekeeping, the maintenance, or also known as the engineering department, and the safety and security department. All of this department plays different role or activities to achieve their main goal, which is to increase the guest relationship and also to satisfy them. The front office department is the one who sells the room, accommodate guests, and receive different kinds of payments from the in-house guests. They all work hand in hand with the rooms division department and leave a first impression to the guests. The next is the housekeeping department. This department coordinates with the rooms division with regards to the concerns with the rooms. And also, the housekeeping department maintains the cleanliness in all aspects in the hotel. The next is the engineering, or also known as the maintenance department. This department helps the rooms division in terms of maintaining, protecting, and enhancing the facilities or the whole ground of the hotel or establishment. And lastly, the safety and security department. This department is the one who helps the rooms division in terms of implementing and maintaining the safety security measures on the premises of the hotel. This department also helps the guests to feel safe during their stay. The first goal is the hotel is all times clean and fresh, because you can never see a hotel that is not squeaky clean. The housekeeping department is the one who is in charge in maintaining the cleanliness of the whole premises of the hotel. Some examples of this are the guest rooms, public areas, and they also do the laundries of the linens and other supplies they need for the hotel operation. The second goal is the housekeeping payroll is in line with the hotel's occupancy. This means that if a hotel have high occupancy, the more job opportunities or activities for their employees. The lesser the occupancy, the lesser job or the lesser salary for them. The last goal for the housekeeping department that is set by the management is the operating expenses is in line with the hotel occupancy. In my own understanding, and at the same time, I would explain why occupancy is a key factor in controlling expenses in each department, because it always differs on the demands and what the guest really wants. If a hotel could already identify the demands and wants of each and every guest, a hotel may control their expenses by means of labor control. It means to maximize the minimum workforce for them to lessen the expenses. So technically saying that occupancy is always in line with the department expenses by the demands and wants of each guest. There are different kinds of hotel matrix that we use to compute the general revenue of a hotel. But this is the top 3 most important hotel matrix, which are occupancy rate or percentage, average daily rate, and RevPAR. Let's start with the occupancy rate. Occupancy rate is defined as the percentage of available rooms sold during a specific period of time. And this is the formula on how you would compute the occupancy rate or percentage. Occupancy rate is equals to the number of rooms sold divided by the rooms available. And you would multiply it by 100. So for example, you have 873 rooms sold and you have a total of 1,000 rooms available. So the equations goes like this. Occupancy rate is equals to 873 divided by 1,000 is equals to 0.873 multiplied by 100 is equivalent to 87.3%. And that's how you compute occupancy percentage. The next is the average daily rate. Average daily rate is defined as the average rate paid of a room sold during a specific period of time. This is how you compute average daily rate of a hotel. Average daily rate is equals to rooms revenue divided by paid rooms occupied. So for example, you have a total of 128,000 pesos of rooms revenue. And then the equation goes like this. Average daily rate is equals to 128,000 pesos divided by 873. And you would get an answer of 146.63 pesos. And that 146.63 pesos is equivalent to the average rate paid for a room sold. The last and final hotel matrix is RevPAR. RevPAR is defined as the measurement of the revenue that is generated by a property in terms of each rooms available. And it is also affected by the rooms that are not available for occupancy. You could compute RevPAR by revenue divided by supply or out of order rooms. So for example, RevPAR is equals to 128,000 pesos divided by 1,000. And you would get 128. This tree matrix is related to each other in terms of the measurement of the general revenue of a hotel. And also, this tree matrix helps the hotel to determine the progress and performance of the hotel's operation. And lastly, in my own opinion, if a hotel is fully booked, it does not guarantee a hotel had high revenue because most hotels cut prices with regards to their rates just to gain accommodation and to say that they are fully occupied. This means that they sell their rooms in a lesser rate, and the lesser the rate, the lesser the revenue for the hotel. There are three types of maintenance activities in a hotel, which are preventive maintenance, routine maintenance, and emergency maintenance. This preventive maintenance differ from each other, and the first one is preventive maintenance. Preventive maintenance pertains to the maintenance of the equipment itself, or how to prolong and extend the duration of those equipment that is needed for the operational purposes of the hotel. Some examples of this are checking the guest room for leaking faucets, checking the bathroom fixtures, and preventing greater problems like ceiling and wall damage. The second maintenance activity is the routine maintenance. This maintenance activity is done through the means of continual or ongoing process. In some instances, this routine maintenance activity is done on a day-to-day basis. just to make sure that nothing would happen on the premises of the hotel. Some examples of this are sweeping the floor, replacing the burned out lights, and cleaning the guest rooms. The last and final maintenance activity is the emergency maintenance. Emergency maintenance pertains to some activities that happen unexpectedly or urgently needed to respond at that moment or specific time. One example of it is electric utility shutdown sections of the power grid to avoid a cascade failure in the entire system. This is beneficial to the revenue generation by means that they can easily determine on how they would market, control expenses, and prevent unwanted malfunctions to happen to the hotel, and for them to easily plan, market, and organize for the hotel to generate new income opportunities. In my own perspective and opinion, the relationship between the two cycles can't be inseparable because a hotel operational cycle, or we also known as the guest cycle, is the one who performs the duties and responsibilities to satisfy the needs and wants of the guests and fulfill the expectations during their stay. This also shows the step-by-step procedure on how they should perform in front of the guests, while the administrative cycle is the one who is in charge in the technical aspects in a hotel. Like for example, the reservations, registrations, guest accounts, checking the revenue, and administering the night audits.